Hi there, welcome to SEO Insider with me, Brian Conway from Achieve Success Limited. Achieve Success is a SEO company. We offer SEO services to businesses of all size to ensure that they maximize their potential of getting business from the internet. And one of the things we often work on for our customers is email campaigns and email marketing. So in this short video, I'm just going to talk a little bit about spam and spam compliance and some of the things that you need to do just to avoid getting yourself in any trouble. So I thought I'd start with really just defining what spam actually is. And it's very simple. It really is any unsolicited email. So that's an email sent to somebody who hasn't given you their permission to email them. And that word permission is really key. If somebody has given you their permission, then spam does not actually prevent you from sending emails. It doesn't limit how many emails you send or how often. It does affect what's in them, and I'll explain that in a moment. But it doesn't dictate how many you send. There are some best practices that we recommend because you don't want to upset the people that you're sending spam to or emails to, because it would become spam. So it doesn't actually prevent you from sending them. It's just you have to have their permission, and then there's some guidelines really you need to follow to avoid getting yourself in any bother. So really there are 3 rules that you must obey. The first rule, as I said, is that you must have permission. Now, this is often referred to as opt-in. They have to opt in to your mailing list. Quite often you'll see on most websites things like join our newsletter, which is very lame, I'll have to say. If you've got one of those on your website, you really ought to have a look at it. First of all, it's very ineffective. But secondly, the system that delivers that capability is usually just part of the website platform, and it's really not the best system to be using. But bottom line, you must have their permission and they must opt into your mailing list. You can use what we call ethical bribes. So there's no harm in actually giving something of value to somebody in return for their email address, and that is something we promote very strongly. Mainly because not only does it give you their email address so you can market to them, but mainly because it provides immediate value from your company to that individual. So you're already starting to build a bit of rapport, a bit of relationship, a bit of trust. So it's actually a very good thing to do. So you can use ethical bribes, nothing wrong with that. Second rule you must obey is actually you mustn't deceive the recipient with what you send. So as I said, when you send them an email, you can't, for example, let's say we often give free website reviews to customers or potential customers. I couldn't therefore send you an email that said click here now on a link in that email to get your free review, only then when you click on it to find you're on a gambling site, for example. All right, so we can't deceive anybody in any way. So as long as your emails are about what you offer, then again you're safe. The third rule is that you must provide a means for somebody to obviously opt out of your mailing list. If they're going to opt in, you've got to provide a means to opt out. There's really 2 ways of doing that. One is quite often just by putting a return email address. You might see often in emails reply to unsubscribe at, and then the company name, for example, although that's pretty dated technology now and a pretty old-fashioned way of doing things. So more often there'll be a link, and the link will take you to an opt-out form. And that's the most professional way of doing it. There are a few rules again about opt-out that you must obey. First of all, you can't charge somebody to take them off your mailing list. You can't request any additional information, so you can't say fill in this form with your postal details or your phone number and we'll take you off our mailing address. It's literally just got to be related to your email address. And you can't hide the opt-out process behind any login. So basically you've got to make it very simple process for somebody to be able to act upon. You can't persuade somebody to stay. Once they get to your opt-out page, you can't then start making them other bribes or other offers really for them to stay on your list. That's a no-no as well. Any links, as said, in your emails to unsubscribe must land directly on an opt-out form, so you can't take them to another sales letter, and that kind of ties in with the persuasion point above this one. And then finally, any opt-out must be actioned within 10 days. So with most of these professional emailing platforms, it's immediate. That's really more to do with the send us an email to unsubscribe at type process, where basically saying within 10 days you've got to take somebody off your mailing list. So this is one of the reasons why we always recommend a professional email management system. As I said at the beginning, not one of those built-in email systems that come often with many website platforms. They don't often comply to a lot of the legislation, and in fact even just trying to send emails from those systems can be very limiting and end up getting your website banned by your internet service provider. But that's maybe for another video and another discussion. So use a professional system, and in doing so you'll pretty much automatically comply with most of the rules and therefore prevent yourself getting into any spam issues. So there we have it. Thank you for your time. SEO Insider is all about providing pieces of the internet marketing puzzle, so I hope you found that useful. If you would like a free website review, then simply visit our website, achievesuccess.co.uk, and call us or drop us an email at info@achievesuccess.co.uk with your details, and we'll be in contact and be happy to do that. But for now, it's Brian Conway, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.